Hi guys, I'm Matt here at the International 2014 playoffs. I'm joined here by Arteezy from Evil Geniuses. Now you guys have just secured top 2 here at the playoffs and you're now looking comfortable. You're heading straight to the Key Arena. How does it feel?
I mean, it's a dream come true, that's all I can say. When we were playing the group stages on day one, it was obviously demoralizing losing to Liquid, but I knew we had it in us to make it to the main event. But then, honestly, I wasn't expecting top 2, I was expecting us to go top 4, so getting top 2 feels really, really good.
So we talked in the past quite a bit. We fired some shots at Liquid. Are you kind of just surprised about all the results here over this last few days?
I mean, I am definitely surprised. I think everybody is surprised of how far they've gone so far. I mean, I've made this joke. I think they're just TI players or something, because before TI last year, I don't think Liquid was doing that well either. They didn't win many tournaments. Yeah, but... Want to come in?
You should. How's it going, Ice?
I'm fine.
Yeah. You feeling good?
Yeah, we beat AJ.
So obviously you have plenty of friends here, and you guys are having. It's a pretty stressful time, but have you been having fun as well?
Oh yeah, it's definitely this event. Even if we didn't make it, I'd still say this is a very fun event for everybody. Spectators, players. Of course, that sometimes, like when you lose, you're like sad, but you just have to appreciate where you are and how lucky you are to be here.
So, with securing a top 2 position, you're going straight to the Key Arena, and you're looking at $600,000. But you then also tweeted out first or nothing. So, is $600,000 not enough for you guys, or is it number 1 all the way?
It's I guess the money isn't the primary motivation, but it's there. You know, it
helps.
It helps, obviously. But I just want to be able to start off my Dota career and win an international. That'd be amazing.
So how confident are you guys feeling now? I mean, group stage is one thing. Obviously, the main event is the next looming target. But skipping phase 3 and not having to deal with those best of 3s and other distractions, do you guys feel like this is the best way you could go to the main event? Like, would you have it any other way?
It has its downsides and its pros, I guess, because, I mean, we're playing less games, so we're not showing exactly what we play, and the other teams are playing more games. But also, we're not training for like 5 days, so we're basically not playing as a team for 5 days. I think we're going to look into scrimming, perhaps, some of the teams, because I don't think it's good to just like relax. You can't be content. You have to have the winner's mindset. You always have to try.
So speaking of practice, we have the Alienware booth behind us here, where they've been having a whole bunch of computers. Can you actually practice here, like proper practice here, or is it just a case of maybe just keeping fresh, playing some pub games?
I think scrimming here is difficult because, like, I remember on the day 1 of the tournament, there was like IG scrimming, or DK was scrimming Empire, and IG they were just taking photos of the drafts. So I think scrimming is not a good idea, but you can pub and stuff. It's really good. The computers are good. The gear is nice. I mean, you can bring your own gear, but they also have their gear, so it's all good.
You actually see a lot of players, regardless if they win a match or lose a match, a lot of them have been kind of jumping straight into pub matches here or throughout the week. Is it do pub matches really do that much for you guys, or is it just a case of I want to carry on playing, I want to keep fresh?
I guess everybody from EG except Mason, we use pubs to explore new heroes and ideas. So like you'd often see me when I streamed a lot. I'd play like heroes like a Windrunner. I kind of introduced the Naga mid. I know Miracle did it back in Southeast Asia, like safe lane. But I started grinding those types of heroes. So it just like it helps me understand if the hero is good or not. Even though if it's a pub, I obviously take that into my formula of determining if it's a good hero. Obviously, some experiments don't work out. Like I don't think Windrunner worked out that well, but Naga worked out. So I mean, it's just for us to explore stuff.
And you mentioned all your teammates except Mason. Does Mason struggle in pubs? Does he rage too much? Or?
I don't know. I guess he goes.
Mason GG.
He just goes into a pub, and I guess if one thing goes wrong, like the support in safe lane doesn't pull after telling the bull, he just like I am done. He just runs into their fountain, drops his items. He definitely does not enjoy playing pubs.
I'm guessing he's a bit more well-behaved in an official match. I mean, on that last game, Storm Spirit, he played exceptional well. So
I think this tournament he played very well. I'd say he probably played the best out of all of us. Yeah.
How'd you rate yourself this tournament in the playoffs?
I had some very shaky games that I lost my team the game, I think twice out of our 3 losses. So I'm disappointed in myself sometimes, but I try to take as much as I can from those games, and hopefully they won't reoccur at the main event. So I'd say I probably played the worst out on my team.
I mean, do you feel a lot of pressure personally, or how do you deal with it?
It's not really. I don't feel any pressure so much to say, but it's kind of annoying sometimes when I do read comments. It's like people expect me to win my lane always, and I get like ganked all the time. It's kind of disheartening, but you know what can you do? It's just how it goes.
Do all players read the comments? Is it kind of an addiction for you guys?
I mean, I think people. It's called fiending. I think everybody fiends. Every single pro player fiends. I think. I remember at the summit, the Dendy just like they beat us or something in the group stages. I just saw him fiending right away on Twitter, on like forums and stuff. So everybody fiends. It's just It's part of Dota. Fiending.
So behind the scenes, how's your team been coping? Have you been pretty calm this event? Have you been, has there been any upsets internally, or you guys just been? Do you guys keep it constructive, or does it sometimes get a little bit out of hand?
I think all our arguments are constructive, and we reach a conclusion usually with the help of fear. But I think every time we won a game, we still yelled at each other for certain mistakes and stuff. I don't think we were ever content with a win. We felt like, I guess against Alliance though, we felt like that was a good game. But I still fed, so like I think every win you can still take something and learn.
And I want to ask you about Universe. I know he's a pretty quiet guy in public, but he seemed to have done a lot this event. He's kind of like the backbone of EG. Can you just give us some comments on Universe? I know people have been wanting to hear about him.
Universe is over it. All right. I mean, I think Universe is definitely an important part of EG. I think if we didn't have Universe, the things he brings to the team is just you can't have anybody else. I mean, he's consistent. He's very good. He always wins his lane. Helps the team environment. Like the thing about EG is we're all friends at the end of the day. Even though sometimes we may yell at each other for gameplay and stuff like that, at the end of the day, it's important to resolve it and stay friends. Because if you're friends with your team and you're skilled, your friends are skilled, there's nothing you can do. Like you'll always win. At least maybe you'll lose, but you'll always win because friendship is just the power of friendship.
Power of friendship. So you're looking at quite a lot of money on the line at the main event. Regardless of what happens, are you guys pretty confident about sticking together? I know some teams kind of explode after an international event, but are you guys pretty confident about sticking together?
I would love to stick with my team. I think we can always learn. We're all young players. No one is like worn out or they like give up. They lost their passion. We're all young players that could still do well in the future.
And last but not least, any plans for the break? I know we have you have quite a few days off now before the main event.
I think we want to explore scrimming some of the teams, but I think we're going to relax tonight at least. Tomorrow, who knows? I need to have one night to just relax.
Maybe a small drink? Or?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I think I did some Dota questionnaire thingy, and the guy gave me some vodka, so maybe I'll have a sip or two.
Okay. All right, thanks, Arturo. Before I let you go, obviously you got plenty of fans out there and sponsors and your team.
Okay, shout out to our fans for believing in EG. Shout out to our sponsors. Let me see if I can do it this time. Razer, Monster, HyperX, BenQ, PlanetSide 2, CyberPower PC.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, you did good.
So good.
Yeah.
Looks like I got this.
There you go. Arturo, the professional player, thanks again and best of luck for the main event, mate. Cheers, guys. Stick with us at On Gamers. We're going to have action all throughout the event.